First of all, could you please tell my name, pronunciate my name?
This is an exciting moment. Hello, Kristof.
That's amazing. You're wonderful.
I'm a Hungarian. I'm a Magyar. I'm a Hussar.
About the hussars, that's the point. Because I wanted to ask if you have some kind of phobia with the horses. There are burning horses in the film, and the horse is eating a child. What is all about with the horses?
I don't know. I mean, I think horses. When you're making a movie, horses are the most difficult creatures to work with, so it's nice to punish them occasionally.
How did you do it with the horses? Seriously, I don't think that you burned up two real horses. Please don't say that.
We were working with a man named Mario Larashi, who's this brilliant horseman, and these are his horses, and he's trained them over many years, and they will do anything he asks them to do, and they're brilliant, and of course they're not being hurt because but with the fire we have a way of putting protection on their back, and these horses are trained not to panic when they're on fire, which is almost an impossible thing to do, but we did it.
In the film, you make fun of lots of nations like France, like Italy, and you are. It's a very exact thing. If you make a joke of a nation, it's very exact. What do you think about Hungarian people and Hungarian nation? Are we funny, and which way are we funny?
Well, I don't know. I don't know enough about Hungary yet, but way back when we were doing Monty Python, there's a very famous sketch called the Hungarian Phrase Book sketch, when John Cleese comes into an English shop as a Hungarian. I don't know if he captured Hungarians perfectly, but we laughed a lot.
You have to do that because you can say my name, Kristof, very good.
Yeah, Kristof.
Okay, tell us a bit about the movie. It's about the Grimm brothers, but what else? I know it's not a historical story.
No, it's not at all. It's a fairy tale. It's a big, expensive, beautiful, frightening fairy tale, like all fairy tales should be. And we've sort of, it should be called The Other Brothers Grimm, because it's not a biographical story about the real ones, but they were the ones that brought all these fairy tales to Germany, and then to me as a child, and they're some of the greatest stories of the world. So it was a chance to play with those, and so we get to refer to a lot of different fairy tales that people know, but we've invented a whole new story.
Matt Damon is one of my favorite actors since The Talented Mr. Ripley. How did you find him? When did you decide that he's going to play one of the Grimms?
Oh, I made a big mistake. I went to see him in the theater in London. He was in a play in London, and afterwards I met him, and he says, "When are we going to work together?" So I had to work with him. So he's in the Brothers Grimm. Otherwise, he's a big guy. He's strong. He's a boxer. Boom! He can get me.
How about Monica Bellucci? She's extremely sexy, and she's the woman in every way. Here in Hungary, she was voted many times the most beautiful, the most sexy woman in the world. Is it true in the real life too?
No, she's frighteningly beautiful and sexy. I mean, because she plays this 500-year-old queen also as a young girl, she has to be immediate, and the minute she comes on screen, you just breathe sexy, sensual, and so I don't have to spend a lot of time describing her or building some kind of story. She just is, and that's Monica. She's very funny. That's what I love about her, and you'll see. People have to pay to see her. I'm not going to describe her on this program. Go and pay and buy a ticket and see the movie. You'll see Monica. She's great.
Right now, you are on a tour with this film, but what else do you do? Do you have any kind of plans? I heard that you have a film which is not finished yet.
No, I have a film that is finished yet. We can make that clear on this program for the first time. It's done. It's called Tideland. It has Jeff Bridges and Jennifer Tilly. It's now finished, and it's really, I describe it by saying it's Alice in Wonderland meets Psycho. So it's a very dark, strange movie. Yes, it is. It's about, again, a child's imagination and how she survives in a very difficult situation.
You have a motivation to destroy all the children's soul and things like that?
No, I'm trying to prove how strong children are. Children are tough. The modern world pretends that children are these little victims, these very delicate little creatures. I think they're very tough, and this is my chance to show the world how tough they can be.
You live in England. Do you go to theaters in London a lot?
No, I've been working on this film for so long. I don't get out that much. But when I do get to the theater, London has probably got the best theaters in the world. It's great. And that's why I think I like working with English actors, because they're trained for cinema, they're trained for theater, they're trained for so many things. They're great, and they all have good senses of humor.
Is it true that in London and in the Great Britain, if you do a movie, if you do a play in a theater, you do the castings like, oh, maybe you'll be good to that role, to that part. In Hungary, usually actors play because they finished the school they studied for 4 years, exact one school, and that's all. And if you didn't finish that school, you don't have a chance to be an actor. Is it yeah, that's completely true. So how is it in the Great Britain?
I mean, some people are trained. They've gone to RADA, the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts. Some of them do that. Other people just are lucky. They turn up when a film is being made and say, I would like to be an actor. I did that with my son. I gave him a job in Brothers Grimm. So no, it's much. I'm surprised. I would have thought in Hungarian television you don't have to be trained to get a job. Is that really? You have to be trained very carefully.
No, not exactly in the television, but in the theater, especially. I mean, I worked in theater too, but I came to the television to work, and now I don't have a job in the theater because I do the television thing.
No, that's crazy. That's stupid. And because in England, that's what's good. An actor can be doing theater, can be doing television, can do movies, can do commercials, can do radio, all these possibilities, and nobody looks down their nose at somebody because they're doing one or the other.
Okay, now I have to ask you, could you please make a movie where you will need a Hungarian guy who speaks with Hungarian accent English, and he's blonde and blue eyes, things like that, okay?
Okay, I'll have to consider this. I'll write a special part for you. Okay.
Thank you very much.
I want to say your name again, Kristof.
That's it.
Perfect. Okay, I'm practicing my Hungarian.